Can I become an overseas basketball player? Yes, you can. You know how you start? Pick up my book, 6 Must-Have Traits to Become an Overseas Basketball Player. I know the name is long, but that's the truth. 6 must-have traits you must have to become an overseas basketball player. Anybody can become a basketball player if they have the right traits, the right attributes, the right skill set. But before you even get to on-court situations, you got to have the off-court situations to get you there. This game is a lot more than a crossover, a jump shot. It's a lot more than that. You have to have the right traits, the right skills, the right people. All those have to be in sequence, and all those have to incorporate each other one way or another, or you will not be able to play this game. If you can get these things in order, the traits, the skills, the connections, you put those together, Holy Trinity, you can play this game. I don't care if you never even touched the basketball before and you decide, you know what, I'm going to commit to playing basketball overseas. You can do it. You definitely can do it. That's why I highly recommend you pick up my book, because it's going to help you. It's so much that it just breaks down of building your connections, mentoring people that you could talk to that can help you to get to being an overseas basketball player. It's just so many things that I go into depth that you don't really realize that people are not really talking about, which will be the biggest game changers to helping you become a pro one day or becoming a pro. There's certain steps that you got to do and certain traits that you got to have first to be a pro. So yes, you can play overseas basketball if you have the right traits. It's more internal than external. I promise you. It's way more internally, the person that you are and the things that you do internally, that makes the basketball player an overseas basketball player. Hands down. Hands down. So definitely pick that book up, 6 Must-Have Traits to Become an Overseas Basketball Player. That's going to help you definitely start your journey. If you're serious enough, it ain't going to be easy. I'm not promising you nothing. I'm definitely not promising you. Ain't no fake promising. Disclaimer. This ain't no promise that you will make it, but this will definitely help you cut a lot of issues out of the way and get you a lot further along. Next question. What's up, guys? I just dropped my new ebook, 6 Must-Have Steps to Be an Overseas Basketball Player. You know, I've been playing for the last 9 years. I got all the steps and the traits that you need to start your journey with networking, with getting a mentor, all the things that you need to start your journey to be a pro today. So go get that ebook, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get your steps to being that overseas pro one day. Let's go. Can you try out for overseas basketball? Yes and yes. That goes back to the connections that you build. So there's like this thing that goes on in the States where they have these camps, right? And they say, well, you come to this tryout and you play, you pay your money, and then you get a chance to try out for these teams. This is true, and also a lot of scammery. There ain't really no tryout going on. You hear me? It's very rare that I hear I got an overseas basketball tryout. You either get a contract or that's it. Ain't no such thing as really a tryout. There ain't gonna be like, no, you come over here and let me just put you. If you're like a part of a bigger organization, they'll probably invite you for a tryout. I've been to one tryout, an actual real tryout for a team. And that was in China, and that was a big organization. Those are the type of teams that, or organizations, they would literally bring you in, fly you in as if you're a regular, pay you, house you, treat you as if you're already on the team to give you a tryout for the team. You're not just walking up to any team or, hey, listen, when y'all open tryouts? That don't really happen. No open tryouts for no overseas team. I've been playing for 9 years and I ain't never really heard no team with no open tryouts. What I have heard of is camps. People go pay your money in your camp. They some of them do work. My very first gig that I played that I got to Mexico, somebody told me about a camp. It was a money. A lot of these be money grabs, man. I don't even want to get your hopes up to think that it's just guaranteed. I didn't got burnt. You hear me? Burnt. Going for overseas tryout camps. You pay your money. They take you to a country. You play like 4 or 5 games. That's technically your tryout, but you spending some money. Like at that time, I was like 24, fresh out of college. I had no job, no nothing. I scrapped up my last little. I went to this camp. I went to one camp. Got on. We just paid our money. It was like $500. I paid the money. We ended up winning the camp. I was the best player at the camp. Coach said, "Hey, you want to come to Mexico with me?" Went to Mexico with him. Got on the team. Got cut in 2 weeks. Get out of here. They cut me. They cut me after 2 weeks, which is cool. Hey, no hate, no shade. That's the business. I used that money, paid to go to another camp. I used every dime I made from that one camp and used it to go to the next camp. And nothing came from it. And I killed. I absolutely destroyed it. I guess you were building a name for yourself, but from that, I got nothing from it. And I wasn't the only one. It was about 9 of us, so we all paid like $1,200. And we got nothing from it. So be careful when it comes to these tryouts, or you hear somebody talking about a tryout, because there ain't really no tryout going on, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. There ain't really too many tryouts, unless you just got a agent that plug you in with a team, and then you get a closed run, or you go to a team and they fly you in personally. That's about the only type of tryout, and those are far and few. They bring you either got a contract or you don't. There ain't no in between. There really isn't no in between. So I don't want you to get your hopes up and thinking that, man, you can just come out here and try out for some team, and if they telling you to come for a tryout and they charging you, be careful for those money grabs, bro. Just be careful.